Yo, what's up everybody? Unpunk back at it again with another Pokemon Sword and Shield video here today. Before we get into the video, I just want to let you know that this is not designed for children. My channel is not designed for children under the age of 13. So if you're watching this under the age of 13, I highly recommend that you please don't continue watching the content. I would never want to tell people to not watch my content, but since the FTC is being extremely ridiculous with some of their brand new rules, and I could get fined up to $42,000 if you watch this and you're under 13, please click off right now. Now, with all that out of the way, we're going to be talking about some really cool brand new features that a lot of you don't know how they work within Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that's how the online system works. So as you can see, I'm out in the wild and there's no one around. Besides the different trainers that are around here that you can interact with, in the sense of trainers, I mean the people that you can spend watts and get different rewards from. Those NPCs are going to be the only thing you are probably seeing out in the wild area. Now, first things first, if you want to connect online, you're going to need to go down to system settings and make sure you're connected to a Wi-Fi network. So if you go to internet, you can connect to a Wi-Fi network. Very easy to do, not very hard. If you guys don't know how to do that, I'm sure you can check out another video on YouTube on how to hook yourself up to the interwebs on your Nintendo Switch. Now, with that out the way, you're gonna want to be at the point in the game where you can use the versus, you can use the online features, so you're going to need to at least be in the wild to access this feature. To my remembrance from the beginning of the game, it's been a little while since I started the game, a few days here, and I don't remember exactly at what point, but I believe it's as soon as you get to the wild you can connect online, or it might be after you go to Magnolia's house and get the Dynamax band. But either way, once you have that little Y in the bottom right left corner, I'm colorblind, in the bottom left corner of your screen, you can now access online features, which allows you to trade and do a variety of different things. I don't know why my words aren't working as efficiently today as they should be. Now, all you have to do is click that Y button on your controller to pop up the YCOM menu. Now, as you see in the top right corner, it shows a little Wi-Fi looking bar, but it says local communications. This means you are not connected online. To connect online, which is always going to want to be your first step, you need to press the plus button on your Joy-Con or controller you're using. On the bottom of the screen, you can see it says connect to the internet. You click that and it's going to load you up. It's going to connect you. It might take a second. It kind of depends on how fast your Wi-Fi is and where your switch is in position to the Wi-Fi router and all that good jazz. But then look, now you're connected to the internet. Now that's always the first step. Obviously now in the top right you can see it says internet. Great, we made it. Now you can do everything. Now if you walk around, people are going to start popping up. Look at that, there's people. Alright, so let's go back to the YCOM real quick though and explain how some of these things work. So, I'm not even going to lie, I don't even know what stamps are. I've never even looked at this. But cool, there's stamps. They can do things. Congratulations. Not very relevant because I haven't needed it yet. Your profile. You can pick different icons. Got a pretty good variety of different icons here, and you can select which one you want to represent you. I picked a little Eevee kid because I think that's cool. But that's me. So set up your profile however you want it. Link battle. This is pretty straightforward. All you're going to have to do is either have a link code or not, which you can click the plus button to set a link code so you get the same. And if you do so, it's just a 4-digit code you select. For example, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You press plus, and you can then specifically match up with a certain person that has the same link code. Can be a friend, can be a random person, but setting a link code is much easier if you're trying to link up with a certain person. You can obviously press X and reset that and remove that. You can do single battle, which is a single 2-player battle online with a random person if you're not using a link code, or a specific person if you are. You can do a double battle, which is obviously 2-on-2 Pokemons, 2 players still as well, or multi-battle where you get 4 players for a 2-on-2 battle. That's all pretty simple. That's how you do the link battles, which is just battling people online. If you want to swap cards, you can set a link code, start trading, and that's just to get your little card, which you can see, or your league card, I guess is what its full term is. So you can trade your league card with other people if you'd like, so that way they can have you in your somewhat in-game friends list. I guess you could consider the league cards. They're kind of like an online friends list for Pokemon Sword and Shield, so it's easier to find your friends and find people you've met or traded with before, so that way you can keep in contact, but don't necessarily have to have them on your friends list on the game. So it makes it much easier. Next up, we have Surprise Trade. This works like Wonder Trade and things like that in the previous Pokemon games. It's pretty similar. You literally just go in here, you select a Pokemon you want to trade out, and then it connects up. Said, would you like to save your game and start Surprise Trade? Secret is, obviously you have to save to start this, so that way you can't abuse the system and keep your Pokemon and trade it out and do things like that. Now, in the bottom corner, it's going to say searching, because you're trying to find a partner to do a surprise trade with. On the left side, it's going to show little events happening. So in my case, it shows my name over there, and then it shows I'm looking for a surprise trade. And then it also shows Katie over there is looking for a trade as well. So it says trade complete now in the corner, so you can select Y, and it's going to give you your Pokemon. You're going to send yours over to Katie. Goodbye. Bye-bye, friend. I don't care about you, but bye-bye. I'll miss you. Just kidding. And she sent me a crappy bird. So there you go. That's your surprise trade mechanics. And look, it's someone from somewhere in Asia. I can't read any of the Asian languages or depict which ones are which, but there you go. That's how you do surprise trade, real easy. But it's random. You're going to get a random level Pokemon, whatever that person wants to give you. So I wouldn't be trading out these crazy cool Pokemon, because you're probably not going to get that cool of one back, but who knows? And then the last but not least feature on the Ycom menu is Link Trade. This is pretty straight up. You can either start trading, which will just do the same searching mechanic and allow you to match with someone random, or if you want specifically to be able to pick who you're trading with, you can go back in here and set a link code. Let's set 1234, for example, again. You do that, you're going to say yes and confirm that you're going to be starting that, and you're going to then search for someone with that code. Now, pretty easy to do all that. It's pretty straightforward, but I wanted to make a video explaining the specifics of that, so that way everyone is not confused. I've been seeing a lot of comments and a lot of questions on how to get all this working. But the biggest and most requested thing that I have been seeing in the comments and on videos is how to do den battles with other people. And well, here you go. There's energy pouring out of a den. Obviously, his den is ready to go. It's a 4-star normal flying type. So I'm going to have to pick something that is super effective against it, which this time for this video, unlike my last one, I'm going to use the correct chart, so that way I'm not saying the wrong types, which I apologize for in that previous video. I was looking at the wrong reference guide, or I was just reading it wrong. So we're going against a normal flying type. So we're going to either want rock, we're going to want electric, we're going to want ice, or fighting. But fighting is actually not super effective against flying. It's actually half as effective, so that's not really going to be a benefit. So rock, electric, or ice is what I'm aiming for. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to find an electric type that I have in my little electric box. Let's see who is my highest. My Moropek, I think is how you say that. Morpeko, sorry. I'm really bad at pronouncing the Pokemon's names, so please bear with me on any of my pronunciations. I really do try my best, but I think I have some form of dyslexia in speaking and saying numbers, so I do apologize in advance. Now, the most important thing, obviously, you guys are trying to figure out is how these work, how you find other players. You probably sit here and you're like, oh my god, no one ever joins me, this sucks. I'm so angry, this game's stupid, Nintendo sucks, the online features suck, why do I pay for Nintendo Online? Well, you just gotta wait. Literally, you just gotta wait. You just gotta be patient, sit here for a second, give it a little bit of time, and I'm not gonna lie, not every time are you gonna get a full squad. I've actually never had a full squad in a battle here. But we're gonna wait this out. Probably in the video when you're watching it, it's just gonna be like, good cut, and then it's gonna show the people. So, bear with me here. I'm currently not able to find anyone, so we're gonna quit. And sometimes if you reload it or just go to a different den, so we'll go to a different den and see if there happens to be more people waiting over at this other den. There's normally a few lights ready to go, so if you're not getting lucky and getting your team at the one den you're on, just hop on over to another one and let's try it out. We got a bug in the flying, so we're going to switch back to our electric type because that's going to be super effective against the flying aspect. And actually, no, we're going to switch to my more powerful Pokemon, and we're going to go ahead and do my Cinderace, so that way I can, Cinderace, sorry, so that way I can have something super effective. So we're going to invite others, and we're going to sit this out. Now, as you can see, sometimes it does take multiple attempts to get loaded in with a team. It's not an easy feat to do. It's just very difficult. But once you get it, it's pretty straightforward. There we go. Boom. Evan, he's in here. He's got his Cinderace too. And we're going to hang out for a minute. We're going to see if we can get all 4 people. We're going to just literally sit here and wait. And wait. And wait. But this one was much quicker, so you do have to play around with it a little bit, quitting out, joining back, moving to some different lights, you know, kind of running around. It will eventually get there. Now, I'm going to ready up, so that way we can start a batch with at least the 2 of us. And then also, Evan now knows that I'm ready to go, because you can't start without everyone being ready. Now, Evan might wait this 2 minutes out. If Evan decides to wait the rest of this 2 minutes out, the video will chop it. But nope, he said he's ready, so let's get on going. Alright, you don't have 4 trainers, so it's going to find 2 replacements, and the CPU suck. They're so bad in this game. It gives them the worst Pokemon, gives them the same type of Pokemon half the time, and they use like just the stupidest moves. I swear every single time there's a Magikarp in this. But 2 people is going to be significantly better than 1, especially having 2 Cinderace here is going to be really good. And just like I said, there's a Magikarp on the team. Woo! That's going to be useless. I'm going to use a Pyro Ball. I'm going to Dynamax this, and let's see how it goes. Now, an online thing that kind of is a bummer is you have to wait for everyone to pick their moves. Of course, there's a 60-second timer, but each turn has a 60-second timer, so it's kind of can be a little bit of a wait. It can be a little longer, but if you're having trouble with any Dynamax battles, this is the best way to do them. Just hop in and get online and try and get other people. Another thing to note, you have to have Nintendo Switch's online service to be able to use the online features. Now, I have it, and I don't know if it lets you connect online but just doesn't show any people if you don't have the online service, or how that exactly works, but I know it doesn't work if you don't have it. So you're going to have the Nintendo Switch Online, which can be a bit of a bummer. But it's okay, because I got it, and I assume most of you out there trying to do this will have it too. Now, that's pretty much everything. That's everything online for Nintendo Switch. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, make sure to drop a like. If it didn't, feel free to drop a dislike. Hope it did. Leave a comment on your thoughts. If this helped you, again, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. I appreciate your guys' feedback on all our videos here we do. If there's anything I said wrong or did wrong, please feel free to let me know so I can correct it for the next time. And we'll see you guys real soon. Peace.